Jalil. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of R3 Development, I would like to welcome you all to the Careers Academy Class of 2026 graduation ceremony. We are so glad that you all are here to celebrate this special milestone with our graduates, their families, and our community. Um, at this time, could you please rise for procession? Testing. Can you hear me? Jalil. Testing, testing. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Further Development, I would like to welcome you all to the Careers Academy Class of 2026 graduation ceremony. Well, maybe seated. It is now my pleasure to welcome our first speaker. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Carissa Sterling. She is our she is our R3 Development Board President.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say on behalf of the Board of Directors of R3 Development, welcome this afternoon to such a joyous occasion. Congratulations to our graduates. We are so very proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves. And to the family, friends, and loved ones that are here, I want to say thank you for supporting them. It truly takes a village to raise kids and to get them GEDs and such. So thank you, and thank you for being here today to support them. Um, as I've been the member of the board of directors for the past few years now, and I've been the president for about a year. And I can tell you that we are just honored to serve on the board of such a important organization in the community that is really doing good work. And to our staff, thank you for all that you've done to pour into the students to get them to this day. It always warms our hearts to know that we have another graduation coming up and that we have more kids graduating. So again, I just want to say welcome and thank you for coming, and I look forward to the rest of the program.
Thank you, Mrs. Sterling. Next, we will hear from Mr. Dave Kuntz. He is the Executive Director of R3 Development, and he will provide, please help me in welcoming Mr. Dave.
Well, it is a tremendous honor to stand before you. It's easy at times to forget the army that's behind. It's just young men here today. We have one young lady who couldn't make it, but the army that's behind these young men and women as they go on this journey. And I know many of you have been in the thick of it, behind the scenes, especially those grandmas and grandparents, because I talked with one on the way in, and I know that you are here to say we're so proud of you guys, right? And so as the director of R3 Development, it's an honor for me to be on this journey with you guys. To give you a little glimpse of their journey, I hope you got to take in some of the pictures that were on the screen as we were kind of showing some of the tools and the resources that were really in front of you guys as you're on this journey, not only getting your high school diploma, but also to learn how to restore things, how to build things, learn the skills of construction and rehabbing homes and conflict resolution. I think one of our things that we do often at R3 is we kind of shake things up. We hit head on, and then we work through the challenge and the struggle to help these young men and women be successful and help them learn what those steps look like. And so working with them to make sure they show up on time, they stay focused. Some days they come into the program and they're just not there, right? Like mentally checked out, and that's real. Life is real, life is hard. So what do you do with that? Hey, can I go home? No, we're gonna work through this. We're gonna find resilience, we're gonna figure out ways to overcome the things we need to overcome. What are you struggling with? You need to talk to somebody? You need to talk to Miss Antonique, you need to talk to Miss Alicia, Dr. Alicia, you need to talk to, who do you need to talk to? You don't want to talk to Mr. Dave, you don't want to go in Mr. Dave's office, or maybe you do. But sometimes we just need to kind of not do school on a given day, and we need to be worked on, and we need to breathe, and we need to have some space. So that's been part of our journey. Sometimes we just need to go in the shop and take a hammer and beat some stuff, right? Let out some frustration, let out some anger. Any of you get the luxury of the punching bag that at different times was kind of up in the lab? Some days it was like, put on those gloves. I need to hit some stuff and get through this day. But it's been an unbelievable road. And what I want to do for just a minute is I'm going to ask a question. And you guys are allowed to talk back since I know you're really good at that. I didn't mean that in a negative way. But you're really good at interacting. So here's my question. What's something you've taken away from this journey here at R3? What's something that you'll take with you? Construction, learning construction. Jonathan, you were in particular something you kind of gravitated to, right? Just like, I want a saw in my hand. I want tools in my hand. Is Mr. Surge here today? We want to be in the shop. Yeah. Anybody else? Love and caring? That's good. That's good. Knowing that I'm loved. Knowing that people care. Knowing that people care about me. That's good. Anybody else? Patience. Patience. Every one of you has had a different journey. Every one of you, like your resiliency has looked a little different to get you to today. And it requires sometimes stopping for a second and being patient and not quitting. Any others? I don't want to cut anybody off. Most of the time what happens at graduations is we give you this rah-rah speech as to go from here and do this. What I want to do is I want to do something a tad different, is I want to tell you how you've taught me. Because what's happened in the last several months of this program isn't just that you've been at R3 and we've been pouring into you and we've been teaching you and we've been giving you, here's what a noun is, here's what a verb is. Miss Antonique, how do I do this paper? Dr. Alicia, help me rewrite this paper. You know, but I've learned so much from each one of you in this journey, and I want to just give you a couple ways that I've learned from you, and I want you to be encouraged by what you've taught me as you go out these doors. All right? Here's the first thing, and I'm going to make it real easy to remember, because we're R3 development. We have 3 R's, and I'm just going to use the 3 R's. The first one is restore. What I've learned from you guys is that restoration is possible for anyone. You guys ever restored anything? You think about, like, you take something that's beat up, that's broken, that's hurting, that, is kind of down and out, and you bring it back to its intended purpose, right? And being on this journey and watching you in all of your own different ways take this path of being restored has been unbelievable. There's times when we're just like, just scrap it. I give up. If you ever restored a car, we've restored some things, some houses. I give up. It's not worth restoring. But what you guys have proved, and what you as families have proved, is that restoration for these young men is possible, and not only possible, but it's a journey that you're on, and you've hit a milestone to see that integrity and a standard matters, to be in this world, and we live in a world that integrity is like, it doesn't mean anything, right? We do whatever, the standard is whatever we want. And time again, I've seen you guys come into the program and continue to see the possibility of your journey being restored and not giving in to what the haters might say about you, not giving in to what the negative stereotypes might say about you, but that I can actually pursue the things that I long to pursue and wear this bright green gown on April 9th, 2026. It's that phrase that you guys signed, I can, I will, I must. Remember that? I can do it. I will do it. But not only that, for the sake of my family, for the sake of my legacy, for the sake of all the gifts and talents that God has given me, I must see this through. It's an incredible journey. The second thing, restore. You guys know what the second R is? Oh, we might need to take these gowns back. Respect. Respect. I don't know how you feel about the word respect, but one of the things that we pound over and over and over again at R3 is that you respect yourself. Yeah, we're going to push you to respect us. Yeah, we're going to push you to respect the person next to you. Yeah, we're going to push you to respect your parents, your family, your heritage, your story, and maybe even who God's designed you to be, if that's something that you give your mind to. But we're going to teach you to respect yourself and the dignity and the worth and the value that you have. There's something interesting about grit and perseverance and the times when we could go down the line and talk about some of those hard conversations. We have hard conversations all the time, right? You're just like, man, can it just be my birthday today, maybe? You just sing happy birthday, Keith. But seeing how you guys have come to respect one another and the journey of one another, to see that there's a togetherness in this group, to watch you guys come up the stairs and dap up and be like, yeah, you showed up, you're here, like, we're in this together, is special. The people that have, all of you that are in the room, it's special. Because what you've accomplished today will change the trajectory of your life and your family. And we believe deeply in respect and respecting who God's designed you to be. The last thing is a big word, that because you're graduates, you will know what it means. Well, you're not graduates yet, but it's the word revitalize. You guys got that? Can you give me Webster's dictionary definition of revitalize and diagram a sentence? No. It just means to restore life, to bring back to life. And here's all I'll say about that. What I've learned from you guys is that success is different for everyone. It's really easy. I'm not going to lie. You come in the program, and I'm like, all right, we're going to go through this. These are the credits that transferred. These are the credits that didn't. So we need you to accomplish this, and this. This is our construction class. You're going to learn how to build a birdhouse. You're going to learn how to build a buddy bench. We're going to go rehab this property. We're going to hang drywall. We're going to mud and tape, blah, 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 blah. And in the end, you're going to be job ready, and you're going to whoop, and clean cut, ready to roll. But the reality is that what that looks like for each one of you is what it looks like for each one of you. And you're here. And watching each one of you bring your unique giftedness, your unique talents, your unique passions to this day while accomplishing common goals and while accomplishing common objectives and learnings and sometimes fighting for one another and sometimes fighting with one another, right? But finding that success, there's not like one definition of what it means to be successful. And each one of you have reached this point and you're on this journey of what the future looks like. I remember when I was in high school, I was a big athlete and everyone wanted me to get sports scholarships and go into computers because that's where the fame was and that's where the money was. And I'll just tell you, if you'll let your journey be led by something bigger than you, namely God, I'll tell you what, I never saw a day when I'd be on this stage giving this speech. But I'd rather be nowhere else than on this stage giving this speech. I don't want to be some famous basketball player. I don't want to be making so much more money. That was a journey everyone was pushing me to. That was what success was. But as I entrusted my life to the Lord, he's like, no, I have something different for your journey and different for your story. And it's defined in this verse, Psalm 16:11, in his presence is fullness of joy, at his right hand are pleasures forevermore. So I'm so proud of you guys. It's been such an honor to fight with you and for you and learn from you over these last months. And I cannot wait to see all that God has for you. And if I don't get the chance to say this, know that R3 is an open door forever to you. If you need anything, if there's any way we can help you, we can support you, we can encourage you. If you're down and out, you know where we're at. We're not going anywhere. So I'm proud of you and excited to celebrate with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave, for those encouraging words. At this time, we'll hear a message on the journey to get here and words of motivation from Dr. Alicia Morrison. She is the Director of Workforce Development here at R3 Development. Could you please help me welcome Dr. Morrison?
Good evening, everyone. I'm not like Dave. I gotta read my notes. Congratulations to our graduates. First, I want to take a moment to acknowledge how truly special today is for all of you. Today we are celebrating our third and our largest graduating class of our Careers Academy here at R3 Development. And that is something to be proud of within itself. To our graduates, there are 8 of you, but to be clear, this is not a small group. This is a powerful group. This is a determined group. This is a group that represents resilience, courage, and second chances. And I'm incredibly honored to stand before you today. In my career, I've had the opportunity to walk alongside individuals, watching them fight their way back to purpose and stability and to hope. So when I look at you, I don't just see graduates. I see stories, I see growth, I see strength that was built under pressure. Today is not just about receiving your diploma, it's about the journey that it took to get here. Because your journey looks a little different than most, I'm not gonna get emotional because I'm looking at some of y'all. I am very proud of you. Um, Even though your journey looks a little different than most, and that's exactly what makes it powerful. Some of you had to step away from school at one point. Some of you faced challenges that people your age should never had to face. Some of you had moments where quitting would have been a better option, and honestly, more than expected. But you didn't stay there. You came back, you made a decision, a real decision, to rewrite your story, and that takes strength. I want to ground you in something deeper. Scripture reminds us that in Jeremiah 29:11, for the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Some of you may not have always felt like you had a plan. Some of you have fell off track, delayed, or even counted out. But today is proof that your life has direction. Your future is still full of purpose. This program was self-paced. You had to make a choice to be here. You had to wake yourself up. You had to hold yourself accountable, and you had to keep going when no one was watching. That's discipline, that's maturity, and that's leadership. And I want to take a moment to speak to each of you because it wasn't just a group. You all are individuals that I had the opportunity to get to know. First, I would like to speak on Anye, who could not be with us tonight. She was the quiet strength in the room. She didn't say much, and she didn't have to, but she moved with intention, and those small moments counted. I was able to see her discipline and her focus. Oh, Shine, you stayed smooth every day, always asking, Miss Lori, can you make me something to eat? But your smile lit up the room. And more than anything, you were proud to be at R3, and it showed. Never lose pride in yourself. Marquise, the jokester. No matter the day, the time, the situation, you found something to laugh about. And almost every day, you told us, it's my birthday today. So, happy birthday today, because truly we celebrate you today. Latavius, the words I would use to describe you: quiet, steady, and focused. You could be in a room and we might not even notice, but you were always working, your head was down, you stayed consistent, and I know you had a reason why. Your kids were watching, and I know they're proud today. Jermaine, quiet, but that smile says a lot. You came in, you did what you had to do, and you kept it pushing. And every time we saw you, we saw Latavius. You guys are two peas in a pod, and I love that. Jonathan, I used to ask you every day, what did I used to say? Am I going to see you tomorrow? Jonathan was in and out, but when you were here, you were focused, you were determined, you were locked in, and your skill in construction definitely speaks for itself. Noah, one of the other quiet ones. I got to connect with you through your writing, but what stood out the most was your music. To hear that you're a phenomenal rapper, and then to see you come out of your shell, not just in music, but in building. The growth was powerful. Vino, you've been here since day one, literally. One of our first students in the program, one of the first students that I got to meet when I came on staff. But to see your growth and your progress, I am truly, truly proud of you. So let's talk about the future, because today is not the end, it's the launch. Each of you now have something that you can take with you, a completed diploma and a skill set that has real opportunities for you. You didn't just learn in a classroom, you learned how to build. Not just in construction, you learned how to build consistency, confidence. You learned how to build a future when the odds were built against you. There's a quote that says, "It's not where you start, but where you finish." And today, you finished. So here's what I want you to carry. Your past does not disqualify you. It prepared you. Don't shrink back now. Keep showing up. And from a spiritual place, Galatians 6 and 9 reminds us, let us not become weary in well doing. For in a proper time you will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So don't give up. And finally, I want you to hear this with clarity. You're not behind. It's not too late. You're right on time with the life that you're building. You didn't just earn a diploma, you proved something to yourselves. You proved that you can start again. You proved that you can finish. You proved that your story is still being written. And this time, you're holding the pen. So as you walk across the stage today, you walk as not just graduates, but as proof. Proof that second chances work, proof that discipline changes lives, and proof that your story is not over, it's just getting started. And years from now, people may not know how hard this was for you, but you will. You will remember the days you didn't feel like showing up, but you did. And every time life gets hard, and it will, I want you to remember this moment and say, if I made it through that, I can make it through this. Because God didn't bring me this far to stop here. This is only the beginning. He's going to build more through you all's lives. So walk bold, walk with purpose, walk knowing that your steps are already ordered, even if the path doesn't look clear. And whatever you do next, build something that makes people remember your name. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Dr. Morrison, for that powerful message. Now we will hear from one of our graduates. Next will be our student speaker, Latavius Stewart.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'll be honest. If you told eighth grade me I'll be graduating one day, I'll probably laugh and ask, "From where?" But life has a way of bringing you back when you're around when you're not ready. When you're ready. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. The last time I sat in the classroom before this program, I was a kid. Since then, I've been through a lot. Some good, some tough. I lost friends I wish were here today. I've been through moments that could have taken me off track for good, but I'm still here. And more importantly, I decided I wanted more. What really pushed me was seeing people I grew up with graduate. It made me think, why not me? I got sons now watching me. I can't tell them to chase something I didn't finish myself. This program wasn't easy. Self-paced sounds nice until you realize that means you have to hold yourself accountable. No excuses, no shortcuts, just putting in work day by day. But along the way, I found something: discipline, focus, and honestly, a new respect for myself. I'm into construction, so I say it like this. Life is like building something from the ground up. Sometimes your foundation cracks. Sometimes you got to start over. But if you stay committed, keep showing up, and use the right tools, you can build something solid. Looking ahead, I'm not stopping here. I want to be successful, not just for me, but for my sons, my family, and everybody who believed in me. I want to live life to the fullest, travel, see more of the world, and experience things I once thought were out of reach. And most importantly, I want to make the people we lost proud, to carry on the memory with me in everything I do and every step forward I take. To anyone out there, especially the young ones, don't think it's too late or that it's too far behind. Your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Just make sure it's moving forward. Today, I'm proud, not just because I graduated, because I ain't give up. We all made it here in our own way, and that's something nobody can take from us. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Great job. Thank you, Latavius. We are so proud of you. At this time, we're going to move to the presentation of the diplomas. Will Dr. Alicia Morrison, Mr. Dave Kuntz, and Ms. Anthony Graham please come forward? As the names are called, graduates, will you please come forward and receive your diplomas?
It is my honor to present to you R3's class of 2026. Selvino Blanchard. O'Shawn Boykin. Jermaine Lewis. Marquise Oliver. Noah Peters. Latavius Stewart. Jonathan Wise. We would also like to congratulate Anya Grant. She couldn't be here tonight, but we hope you're seeing this. Congratulations, Anya.
We will now have a prayer over the graduates by Mrs. Anthony Graham. She is the Academic Support Coordinator at Careers Academy.
It's been awesome growing with you guys. pushing you guys, meeting with you every week. Are you on your stuff? Did you get done? And I know that the support system that you have here also probably included a lot of that on family parts, right? Are you done? Are you doing what you're supposed to? So I just want to thank everyone who continues to support our students and build a village with them, keep them accountable as they go off. Um, a little bit of my prayer is just like declarations over y'all lives. I know we had a lot of prayers, so I won't bore you guys with the small stuff, but there are a few things that I would like to declare over you guys after knowing you specifically, okay? Um, we know that responsibility and the weight of becoming an adult and um, it gets heavy. So I declare that when you feel the weight of responsibility and pressure, that you're strengthened and you don't shrink back, okay? Um, when depression or discouragement tries to settle in, I pray that you are surrounded with peace, purpose, and people who would lift you up. When your finances feel tight and progress feels slow, I pray that you're reminded that growth is happening even if you don't see it. I pray that the cycle of poverty, limitation, the feeling of lack, and the thought of doubt ends with you. It doesn't go on to the next generation. I pray that each of you will have the confidence and the strength to ask questions, to seek help, and to learn without shame. I pray for anyone who feels like they have to figure things out on their own, that they are reminded that they are never alone. I pray that the right people are sent into your lives to guide you exactly at the moment that you need it. I ask for the Lord to give you courage to ask any questions and to learn without fear. Um, and I pray that you guys don't grow weary of doing good. I declare that each of these students will be examples of integrity, dignity, and restoration. Um, May the things that you have learned be carried with you in every space that you enter, and you be living examples of restoration, dignity, and transformation. Um, and now I'll just, if you guys bow your head, that would be great. Lord, go before them, stand beside them, strengthen them, remain within them as they step into this new chapter. Remind them that they have never been alone and they're never without purpose. They're never beyond your reach, and they have everything they need to build a life of purpose, impact, and change. As they stepped into what's next, remind them that they are never alone, they're still guided and still equipped and called for something greater. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you, Ms. Graham. On behalf of R3 Development, we would like to thank you all for being here to celebrate our graduates. At this time, we will transition into the photo session. There's going to be individual photos of the graduates as well as a group photo. And you guys are welcome to come up and get photos of them as they're getting their pictures taken. But we ask to let the photographer do her work first, and then you're more than welcome. And then after photos, there will be a light reception in the back as well. So thank you all for being here today.
All right. I want to officially do a tassel ceremony. So, as official graduates of the class of 2026, would you please move your tassels from the right side to the left side, declaring you did this? All right, now smile for the camera. All right, do we want staff to come up? Our three staff come up, and then we'll see. We could do individuals.
All right, so we're getting ready to move towards the back and have refreshments. You all are welcome to take pictures up here with the graduates. We just ask that you please be respectful of the church. They are letting us use this space, and this is the sanctuary. So you're welcome to come up here, but just please be respectful. Thank you.